Hi YouTube friends, it's Mask Monday. I'm going to do this one that I think I got from Ipsy. Just realized my voice is being really high right then. I think I'm just still so tired. Whoa. I think I got it from Ipsy. I really need to start writing where I got things when I get them so I remember. It does have a few English words on the back. For a while I couldn't find them, but I found the words brightening complex and ultra fine fiber, and just basically apply after cleansing, adjust it around your eyes and mouth, peel it off and discard after 10 to 20 minutes, peeling from the edges. Tap in the rest of the essence until completely absorbed. So that sounds fine. It's gooing out on me. Of course, like I often do, just have you here balancing between my legs. So you'll probably end up being moved around too much. But I'm being extremely lazy. And part of the reason, I think I would have still even been laying in bed, except I knew, hey, all I have to do is get up. This is really wet. I just thought I'd slap that on there. All I have to do is get up and put on a mask and lay here for like another 10 or 20 minutes. So I thought I could surely do that. Then I'm going to get actually up, and I got a Shein order in. So I'm going to open that and probably do a little modeling session. See what I need to keep. What I don't want, I never have sent things back from Shein. That's why Amber got some clothes in her bag instead of, packing tape, packing peanuts. But I know the things that I bought, if they don't fit me, I think my daughters would wear them or like them. So, Christmas is coming up. I'll just pass them along to them. So that'll be later. And later I will be doing my drawing for my giveaway. So you guys are going to see a couple of my things today. I probably won't post the Shein order though until tomorrow. Okay, I think now I've got it so that you're not going to be moving around too much anymore. I am going to do, this is so drippy I can actually start tasting it. I want to do the 40 questions thing because I have really enjoyed listening to other people do those. I wasn't sent them though. I just had to rewatch people's videos and write them down. Some of them I think are so much more interesting than others. It's interesting that they're all on the same, page. Okay, blue cheese. Nope. But I do like every other cheese. I just feel like that isn't even a cheese. That's just gross. Okay, Coke or Pepsi. I think I've answered this before. And only if you're mixing it with rum. Otherwise, I don't take soda at all of any kind. Am I in a relationship? Yes, I've been married, what did I say now? 26 years. Whiskey, tequila, vodka. Out of those two, definitely vodka. I only drink whiskey, if that's the only thing around. I did it over the weekend because my mother didn't have anything else at her house. Tequila only in a margarita, and vodka all the time. But I really like rum. That wasn't on there. Okay, favorite food. Yeah, I would probably say pizza. Hot dog or cheeseburger. I like cheeseburgers, although there was this place that was open for hot dogs late night. It's closed now. Even before COVID. Oh my gosh, they had the best tasting hot dogs. Now, it could be that I never had one before 1 o'clock in the morning. But they were I don't know, they were big and natural or something, or kosher. I don't know. They were excellent. And they had them in one of those things that went around and around. I don't know. Something about that made them way better. Morning drink, just do water. 100 push-ups. Can I do 100 push-ups? This is question number 8, by the way. No, I'm sure that I can't. I'm sure that I could do a few, maybe 10. Although push-ups is one of the only things that when I do try to get in shape at all, I will kind of start with push-ups because I'm always amazed how quickly you can build on those. Like if you can do 5 the next day, I bet you can do 6, and the next day I bet you can do 7, and it's just that for me was always a good way to like kind of show, look, I am getting in shape, but I haven't done it in a long time. Okay. Well, when I say a long time, like, 3 years or something. Okay. What's my favorite season? See, I usually don't do the talking thing with these sheet masks. It's just moving. Definitely summer. I think it just still stems from like being a child and you were off of school, in the summer. And it's just more fun. I don't like to bundle and I don't like to be cold. Okay. My favorite hobby. I don't do this right now, but when I was doing genealogy, that was by far my favoriteest hobby that I ever had. Tattoos. I think I've mentioned this before. Yes, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 now. I've given myself a lot of tattoos just with permanent makeup though, so they'll only last, like a year or so. Like this little one here, let's see if I can, on the back of my pinky is like a bow. It was like a little red bow, but see how it's almost gone? And that was probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago or something. And I had one that I did in the arch of my foot that I really liked that I would consider doing permanently. I had just done it again myself with permanent makeup. I'll like attach a picture if I find one. I know that it didn't last very long at all, but again, I did it with permanent makeup on my foot, and then I did one of those big major foot peels, that people talk about where it just peels off the layers of skin, which was probably not at all smart to do when I'd only had that tattoo for like a week or two. Because, yeah, that tattoo only lasted a week or two. Glasses. I have worn glasses since 7th grade, but I barely need them. So there would be years that I would go without changing them, especially when I was, poor. I didn't feel like I needed them enough for how expensive they were. And then, like last year, even since March of this year, I need readers like a crazy woman, or like an old woman, I guess I should say. Phobias. I have a fear of death, but I don't know that I have a fear of anything else. I get startled if I see snakes, but I'm not scared of them once I know what it is. But I do get like sleep paralysis. I don't know if you've ever had that, but it's where you kind of wake up and you're awake mentally, but your body hasn't woke up yet, so you can't move it. And you just lay there trapped inside of your body, and I think that freaks me out too. And it really only lasts like 10 seconds to 30 seconds or something, because I've, Googled more about it. So now I kind of try to count to myself and, struggle to wake myself up. But I don't know. I think that's where my death phobia comes in. Nickname, of course, my nickname is Casey. I prefer it when people like say it so quickly that it sounds like Case. It makes me feel like they like me more. I don't know. That's dumb. Candy. Favorite candy. I like every candy, basically, I think. Sugar is a weakness. Chocolate, especially. Do I believe in ghosts? I believe there's a possibility that they would exist. I just have never experienced them, and I try to. My downfall. I've got so many. I think my taste buds are a downfall. I really wish I wasn't as picky of an eater. I think that I'm often like low in iron, which I think makes me then like more tired. Often I definitely get seasonal depression. I have ADHD. I definitely have a lot of anxiety issues that, yeah, I have so many downfalls. I'm not a good self-motivator. I don't have strong, like, motivation to do anything. Rain or snow, I guess I would have to say rain. I don't like really either of them. Snow if I'm going to go snow skiing. Piercings. I just have one hole in each ear, and the only thing I've ever had other than that, I like when I was 18, look at these big ears, had the top up there done, and it just, for 3 months or something, never felt any better, and it felt like it always looked like a big zit, and I couldn't even sleep on that side of my head, and I didn't like it. Age, I'm 46. French fries or onion rings? French fries more often. I don't like the onions in the onion rings, but I mean, I like beer battered, dip. So like I'll eat onion rings sometimes, but I take that slimy piece of onion out. Kids, I have 3 daughters. Favorite color? I don't think that I have one, or I think pink, I sometimes would say, but I also say like, rainbow glitter, because I don't like everything in pink. I don't want a pink house, which I kind of have. I think the outside of this apartment building that I'm is a little salmony, maybe the color of this. In my house, I think I like olive greens or browns or khakis or grays. I don't know. Okay. Can I sing? I do not sing well, but I love to sing. I love it enough that it really doesn't even bother me that I do sing. In fact, I kind of did like a little vlog on my drive home, and then when we were at my mother-in-law's and my house and my storage unit, and then I'm hesitant to post it because I just think it's so boring. I doubt anybody would actually want to see it. Oh, and the reason I brought up singing is because you can hear me singing on the car ride for a little bit. It's terrible, but again, I don't really care. Whistle. Look. If I really concentrate, I can get something really quiet in there. That bothered my cats, but I definitely can't do a big old whistle. Where was I born? Quincy, Illinois. Do I have siblings? Yes, I have a brother and a sister. I had a brother that I never met that died before I was ever born. Can I cook? I do not cook well, but I can follow a recipe. I was in 4-H when I was young, and I took cooking, and they taught me how to follow recipes, so I can do it. It just seems like I don't like enough foods for me to want to do it, and I really hate the cleanup involved in cooking, like washing pots and pans and things are really annoying, so I don't like to do that. Can I swim? I can swim well enough to get around. Like, I'm not going to drown in a swimming pool. I doubt I could save somebody else in a swimming pool. I can kind of paddle, around in like a treading water type way. I feel comfortable in swimming pools. Am I religious? I tell people that I'm spiritual, not religious. I think that I had gone to church every week all my life until basically after I had kids, and my kids were maybe 9 and 10-ish, and I ended up feeling like I was re-explaining everything in church every week, that I didn't like the way they were portraying things and teaching things. And I think my last time was there was a sermon about a prostitute or something in the Bible, and they were criticizing her, and when we left, I wanted to re-explain to my children that I'd like to know more, like, why the girl was a prostitute in the first place. Like, was when she was 6 and 8 years old, was her, dad raping her anyway? Was, like, she being passed around to uncles? Was her mom a prostitute, and she was, forcing the child into it? And, that was the only thing she was ever taught because she didn't have good parents. Just to, like, criticize somebody because of, something they were doing or what they, were doing, when we have no idea what their background is. And if they ever were told that, they could do anything else. If you're conditioned to think that's all that you're good for, from a very early age, I don't see how you're gonna, do any better for yourself. And yeah, I didn't like at church the way that everything seemed so judgmental and black and white in some ways, and then in other ways, they would talk about, that Jesus is forgiving and wants you to do. There was just so much of a contradiction that I thought I would rather kind of teach the more spiritual side of just forgiving everybody and not your place to judge them and to help them when they needed help. And I spent several years trying out different churches around town, and I didn't find any where we lived that seemed to be much different. And, researched at libraries, other religions, because I felt like I liked the idea that some religions, you get that feeling of a community. And I certainly never criticize anybody else for being religious if they've found their right one. I think that's, great and amazing. 31, shower or bath. I do both. I do showers if I want to be quick. I do baths if I want to relax. City or nature. I like both. If I had to pick one, city. I like being able to get to things quickly, and I love places like Chicago, where like the architecture, I think is just so neat to look at all the buildings and the windows of the buildings and the stonework, and yeah. But I also, like to see a beach with beautiful water, or whatever. Am I a good friend? I think that would depend on what you consider a good friend. I can be. Things I'm not good at is like remembering somebody's birthday or buying somebody gifts. What I am good at, like any of my friends know that if they called me and wanted to talk, I would drop everything. I've had friends that had somebody else they knew that was in the hospital or nursing home, and would I come and like give them a manicure or paint their nails or whatever to make them feel good because they happened to be in the hospital on their birthday or something, and even if I had to work or I would squeeze that kind of thing in. I had a friend that was a friend of mine in high school that I literally have not talked to in over 15 years send me a Facebook message last weekend, I guess 2 weekends ago now, asking if she could call me and talk. I thought it was strange, a little, because really 15 years I haven't talked to her, so I sent her my phone number and said, yeah, and she called, and she was having a hard time in her marriage and wanted to reach out. And I mean, I guess I felt good that I clearly portray somebody that isn't going to judge you, and can just, listen if that's what's needed. But I'm not good at calling and checking on somebody if I haven't heard from them in a while. I just kind of assume they're doing good, and I think that I have my own like anxiety and depression times when it's not, I don't think about reaching out to other people. But again, if I hear somebody's having a bad time, I would drop everything to, help them. Broken bone. The only time I've had a broken bone was, I broke my backbone, but like on your spinal cord, like they come around and they reach around and become ribs. Well, I guess like the first one that doesn't reach around and become a rib, I just broke the little tip off of it. And I did it 10 years ago, maybe, while I was drinking too much at a party. And we were taking pictures, and we decided we didn't want just a boring picture of us standing there. We would do like a cheerleading pyramid. And so they were going to put me up in the air. I was much thinner at the time. And then they dropped me. And I thought like it definitely hurt, but I thought I'd probably just need to see a chiropractor or something. And so I just drank a lot more that night so that it hurt less. And then I didn't go to the doctor. Really, it maybe took 5 days or something of my husband then finally like complained and said like, you complain about how bad your back hurts, and I think I even went to see a chiropractor first. And then they did an x-ray and said that it was, yeah, cracked off. um, how many TVs do I have? In this house, we only have one, but in our other house, I think we have a couple others that we've never moved. Worst pain. I do think that I was somebody that would have died in childbirth if it had been like 100 years ago or something. I mean, it was a struggle. I remember, well, it was 27 hours, first of all, and then I did maybe 12 hours into it get the epidural, but it had worn off by the time that like I was actually trying to push her out. And yeah, there was something blocking it, like something in my body kind of would kept dropping in front of her to get her out. So I had to kind of push her out of the way. Um, so yeah, it probably was. I know a lot of people say that, childbirth wasn't that painful for them, but I also have like a sister-in-law that like, I mean, she barely made it to the hospital. She, could pop those babies out in like an hour and a half. Can I dance? I love to dance. I can't dance well. I can't dance like structured in steps, like my kids are in dance class, and I certainly never could like learn how to follow what they were doing. But if I'm just gonna like move my, head and throw my arms up in the air, I can do that. And camping. I love camping in a fifth wheel camper when I have like a real bed to sleep in and a real toilet that I can go to. I would not want to be in a tent on the ground and then have to walk into the woods to pee. Am I weird? I think that I'm that normal stage of weird where everybody is weird. The only people that aren't weird are people you don't know very well. Like you assume that they're not weird, but they really are. And then I'm supposed to tag somebody else. What I was thinking I wanted to do here, just because I've really been thinking about this woman ever since I saw her video that was posted now maybe like, I don't know, 19 hours ago or something, that I watched last night. And she was somebody who, I just started watching her channel. She may be subscribed to mine, but I don't think either she's not or she doesn't, watch a lot. And but instead of tagging her, I think I want you guys to go and check out her channel. She had posted that she just got diagnosed with breast cancer. But she's going to still try to like keep up her channel, but she's going to maybe switch it a little bit and be less unboxings and then kind of take you through her struggles. And I just think it would be really nice if, I don't know, I feel like if I was going through something like that if I did want to keep my, YouTube page up to have more friends like actually watching my videos, I guess, and because I do right now for me, this, you guys on YouTube are my friends. I'm 7 hours away from other people, and I haven't been, I don't know, bothering them or whatever. So yeah, I don't want you to like say that you came from my channel or anything like that. I don't want her to think I'm a weirdo stalker. I just feel like it could feel supportive, I guess, if, she noticed that a lot of people were there for her. So again, so 19 hours ago-ish, by the time you see that, maybe more, she talked about how she got diagnosed and how, she had this lump, but they acted like it was just water filled and was going to be fine. And then months later, it turned out that it wasn't. Anyway, so her name is Amanda Smith. And yeah, so I'm not tagging anybody in this video, but I am tagging all of you instead to, if that's anything that you do feel like you could, help a fellow YouTuber out that's struggling with something. I just, in my mind, it makes good sense that it could be nice for her to see that people care. Okay, so that is Mask Monday, and I feel more awake, and I've done a nice little treat to my face, and got to talk to you guys, and I think I've only watched one Mask Monday as I was kind of preparing, so I'll watch all the rest of you now. Okay, thanks.